How's it going, guys? Mike here, and I am just another UK gamer, and today I'm going to be doing a detailed description on how you can kill every single boss within the Wrath of the Machine heroic mode. Now, I know I'm a Call of Duty Zombies YouTuber normally, but I see a lot of people, including my friends, that really do struggle with this raid, and I kind of find it a little bit easy, and I have a few tips that I can give you guys to make these boss fights a hell of a lot easier. So what I'm going to be doing is going through every single boss in the heroic raid one by one, telling exactly how to defeat it, what has changed in the heroic mode from the normal mode, and then any tips that I can give you guys to make the boss fights a hell of a lot easier. Because believe it or not, guys, it's only 380 light, and even the light level doesn't matter. This raid is honestly, it's really easy. It's just getting the teamwork, the communication, and the tactics down. So I'm not going to keep you guys too long. I'll try and make this as sweet and short as possible as I can, and let's jump into the first boss, which is technically, it's not a boss, it's just the beginning part before you get into the raid, and literally nothing has changed. It is the exact same process as the normal raid. You kind of kill the ads, you then got to slam the electricity in. The only thing that's different is there is going to be more ads, and they are going to be more powerful because it is heroic and it does have the heroic modifier on. So the only difference here is the enemies actually take a lot more damage to kill. They have a lot more damage on you. And literally, that is all that's different. There's more of them that spawn, but it's not really noticeable. Not exactly to say, oh god, like triple the amount of enemies that spawn. It's not that noticeable. Just like I said, have 2 people running, never have 3 people running, because you always get mashed up in the middle, and then you kind of lose gates, and then you die. I only ever have 2 people running in my groups, and then I kind of have just 1 person floating around the 3. Anyone that needs help from the left, right, and middle, or the middle back, as people call it, they call for help. That 4th guy hanging around kind of comes around and helps them out. And literally, it's just the same process as the first time. You gotta do that, grab the balls, take down his shield, do damage on him until he gets to the bottom, and then he disappears. So like I said, not much has really changed from the first raid, and if you have done it in the first raid, which I presume that most of you have because it was the easiest part of the raid, you've got no problem doing this. Like I said, it's just more enemies, just more damage, and nothing else has changed. Okay, so moving into the first initial boss fight of the raid, you can't exactly class the first part as a boss. It's just kind of an encounter to warm you up, to get you inside the raid, to get you guys pumped and ready. So obviously after you do the jumping puzzle, you get encountered by someone called Vosik. And now, in the old raid, to do this, all you had to do was throw the 3 balls as they came down, then repeat that 3 more times, and then his shield will drop, and then you take damage on him, and you'd run into one of the left or right rooms. Nothing has changed. The process is the exact same. But the only difficult thing inside this is the fact there is now 6 balls that drop. So every single part of your raid team, every single person even of your raid team, has to grab a ball and throw it. Now, the tips that I can give for this is what we do is, as soon as the balls drop, we have hunters on the left and the right, because obviously the first time they drop, they kind of drop right at the top left and right at the top right. So what we do is we have hunters with invisible grenades that are going to go and grab them too, throw the invisible grenades down, grab them whilst they're still invisible, they count down, they throw the bombs, all 6 at the same time, and then you take damage and run back. It's not necessarily, but it's really helpful to have the hunters going from left and right to go up to the sides, because then they can't be seen and they can easily go and grab it. If you don't even have the invisible grenades, crouching viz will do just fine. So then after you've done all 6 balls, you'll see that it's just taken the exact same amount of damage as it does the first time, but it's taken a double the amount of balls to do it. You then repeat that 3 times. Keep in mind that there will be more enemies, there will be more damage, and the captain does still spawn on the 3rd wave. I thought the captain may have disappeared, but it didn't. Then after you've done all 3, you can do damage to him, and then you go to one of the left or right rooms, but this time you have to slide under him. You can't just run into him. And honestly, sometimes I get caught underneath these doors. Actually, do you know what? Every time I get caught underneath these doors, because if you slide too early, you kind of bash into the door, then you have to crouch and go under, and it makes, like, it wastes a lot more time even. And there's been a lot of wipes because I've not been able to slide under the door in time. So there's no tips I can say about that. The only tip I can say is when you're doing damage to him and you hear the beep, the 2 balls drop, I have myself, so you want to use pretend to be me, you kind of sit on the left side, look at the left and right door. If there's one on the left, I will shout back left, front left. If there is none on the left, I shout right, because obviously if there's none on the left, then it's guaranteed one on the right. So as soon as them 2 balls drop, you know exactly what I mean. It's like you get to the end of doing DPS on him, a beep happens, 2 balls drop down that you can throw at him. As soon as them 2 balls drop, just designate one person, I was that one person, to sit on the left side and either shout, okay, there's one on left, or if there's none on the left, they shout right, and then you get in there, you shoot the door, and it's literally rinse and repeat. So there's been a little change, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a difficult change at first. It was really difficult to get our heads around it, because at first we didn't understand how we're gonna get the balls at the front, until we just realized, you know what, we'll use the hunters to our advantage, the fact that they can go invisible, and we'll get them to go and grab the far ones, and then literally just throw the balls, DPS in the room, rinse and repeat. In about 2 or 3 runs, you have killed the boss. So guys, not much again has changed, just literally double the balls, more enemies, more damage. So there is literally not too much to worry about. But let's get on to the Zamboni. So after you defeated Vosik and you've gone and grabbed the 3rd exotic chest, I'm not going to go into detail about where they are today, because that's not what this video is about. I'm pretty sure there is a million videos of where the chests are, and I'm pretty sure you guys know where they are. You're going to be encountered with something that people call the Zamboni. Now, again, there is absolutely nothing that's different with this, except right at the end. So first of all, you're going to run out as normal. You're going to grab your sniper ammo from the crate. I jump on the back crate. That's the tip I can give to you. I jump on the back crate, get a bubble in front of us, get a tether in front of us, and then we just go crazy on the 2 cannons on the outside, and then hit the middle, and then we kind of all sit inside that bubble. One hunter throws an invisible grenade at everyone. We all go invisible. We all jump on top of the Zamboni. Bob's your uncle. That first part is done and dusted, as easy as that. That can still be done in about 30-40 seconds. Like I said, it's just more enemies, more damage. But as long as you've got a tether to keep them together with black coal, and as long as you've got a bubble down that can last a long time, go invisible, get on the Zamboni, is then on to the second part. Now, the second part, for some reason, you actually have a lot of more time this time. I don't know if in the easy raid you had like 5 or 6 minutes to do this part, but trust me guys, you get a lot of time to do this. So honestly, do not rush. Don't think we got to go there, get the parts back and instantly do it. Honestly guys, you get a lot of time doing this. Now this is what we did. I'm going to talk you through exactly what we do every time to get this, and this has worked under the 6-minute timer for your book every single time. So you jump off, you run to the top. Be careful on the left side near them beams, because the shot grenades are going to hit there. We have nobody running too far forward. We tether the enemies at the front, just so we can wait. We let the grenades drop down. We jump over. We hit all them. The parts will drop. You then go to the right side. No matter how much time you got, you will make it. Grab the parts. Run for the right. Even if you think you're going to drop the part, you will not drop the part. We've done this every time and never ever drop the part. You go across the right beam. Drop it there. The bubble is optional. We use bubbles because we had titans, but you drop the parts, you run back over the beam to where you first got the parts, kind of take cover behind all the metal and stuff like that. Let the ship come down, kill them enemies, because this is a tip guys, as soon as you kill these enemies, they will never ever respawn again. So try and kill every single enemy. It is really easy, and then they will never ever spawn again. So once you killed them first set of enemies, you then go back to the parts, grab the parts, walk forward on top over the bridge, having someone in front of you destroy the mines. Obviously in this video clip that I got, few of them still went off, but if you can have someone standing in front of you destroyed all the mines in the way, that is good. You then drop it on the bridge again, take a step back, come behind and take cover. Enemies will drop, you kill them enemies, and then as soon as them gone, no more enemies are going to spawn. That is it. You are free of the enemies. As soon as them enemies drop, you kill them, you are free. But then it's not over yet. This is the big difference. After that, a fallen walker will spawn. I think it's a perfected one. So you do want to watch out for its actual eye charges, because they can kill a whole group of you within one blast. So basically, you kill the fallen walker, which for us took about 20 seconds to do. It really wasn't even that difficult. As soon as that's dead, you go on top, you kill the captain on top, then a 60-second counter starts even, and then you got 60 seconds with no enemies, nothing to bother you, absolutely nothing. Just walking up the stairs, putting the parts in. And it's as easy as that. If you do exactly what I just told you, with taking the parts on the beam, coming back, killing enemies, walking forward a bit, running all the way back, killing enemies. If you kill all the enemies, they never come back. You kill the walker, you have done. It's really as easy as that, guys, and that is guaranteed to get it done in under 6 minutes. So literally, there is no other tips after that I can give. I've given you every single tip that we do as a raid team every single time, and let me tell you, it has never failed us. What I just told you to do, if you need to go re-listen to it, then do re-listen to it, because it's a very, very good technique, and honestly, it's never failed us anytime we do it. And we've done it in under 5 minutes. That's how good it is. We've done it in under 5 minutes. In my book, it's like 4 minutes and 59 seconds, something like that. So just under 5, but it is guaranteed to get you that challenge if you follow exactly what I do. Okay, guys, let's move into the kind of final boss of the raid. Okay, so moving into phase 1 of 2 of Aksis. It's just the same as the normal raid again. They've not really changed much in this raid, except there's now turrets on each side. As you first enter the initial part of the boss fight, and you'll see as you split off into your 3 groups on the middle, the left, and the right, as soon as the lights come on, you will see 3 red turrets. There is one on the left side on like the top ceiling, there's one on the right side on the top ceiling, there is one right in the middle. You can see the one in the middle a lot more clearer than the left and right. They're all obvious anyway, but yeah, what you've got to do is you've got to shoot them, and then you've got like a 15 to 20 second countdown timer, and then they're going to respawn, and then you have to shoot them again. Do stay on top of them because these can absolutely drain your health. These are going to be the only things that are going to kill you in this boss fight. Obviously, unless you've never done it in normal, then you might not know what to do anyway. But if you've done it in normal a million times and know what you're doing, these turrets are going to be the only thing that are going to be in your way. So this is what we do. We split into our 3 teams, and we have one designated cannon holder, and that person on each side will grab the cannon every single time. We then kill the ads. We go up to the captain and make sure that the person who isn't grabbing the cannon is looking at that turret. Shoot the turret. Go and kill your captain. He'll grab the scorch cannon or the null cannon or the shot cannon, whichever one it is. And they'll go and do their business of shooting out the servers. Now, whilst you are waiting for your ball to come out your server, just stalk your turret. Don't, like, set your eyes up it. Aim down sight it. As soon as it comes back alive, shoot it straight away. Hand cannon takes about 3 bullets. A sniper takes 1 bullet. Honestly, it doesn't take that much damage to kill it, but I'd recommend either a hand cannon or a sniper to take it down. If you do have a sniper and you've shot your turret, then just look over to, like, the other side. Say, I'll take me as an example. I sit on the right. So I'll take my right turret down. I'll have a quick look over to the left and the middle. If there's something there, I'll aim down my sniper scope and I'll shoot it just to help them out, just in case they've forgotten about it. So then once your turret's down, you grab the ball, you throw it at the diamonds in the middle, come to the middle, kill the shanks, and then it's just repeat. The exact same as the normal raid, except you've got that initial turret in there. So again, guys, it's just going to be more damage, more enemies. Just stay back. Just relax. Don't get stressed out just because this turret's there. Honestly, they are a piece of piss. You could flick them and they'd die. Honestly, they have not a lot of damage, but they could do a hell of a lot of damage to you. So do make sure you are on top of them. Do the exact same as you do in the first raid, and then congratulations, you have done it. So let's move into phase 2 of Aksis. Now, this is where things get a little bit difficult and have changed up by not a lot, but quite a bit. Basically, if you remember back to the first stage of Aksis, and then you do the servitors, on the 3rd wave, you would have known that 9 servitors come out, and you had to throw 7 balls at the 7 different pyramids. Now, the same process is used, but it's now on the final boss. In the old raid, you would only have 3 balls. You'd have the cannons, you'd have only the 3 servitors. You shoot the 3 servitors, throw the 3 balls, and get the empowerments ready, and it was as simple as that. Now, this time is a little bit more difficult because it requires a lot more running around, because you now have to actually throw 7 balls at the boss. Now, when you first hear that, you're probably thinking, this is impossible. Honestly, guys, it is really simple. As long as you've got down the process of the phase 1, and you've got that perfectly, this is going to be a dawdle. Honestly, it's going to be a lot easier than you think. Okay, this is what we do. Basically, it's the same as always. We split into the 3 groups. We go off to the sides. We do what we normally do. We escape the Seaver. We kill the Shanks. Then the empowerments will happen. And now, take this tip. Say there is 0 empowerments on the right. We're going to take an example of what happened in my raid before. Say if there is 0 empowered on the right, but there is 2 empowered on the left. Do not swap until you've killed your captains, but everyone shouts on empowerment, so someone will go empowered left, empowered mid, and then you'll know, oh crap, we need someone right. So designate someone to be the speaker, as we call it. I am the speaker, I'm the person that calls it out. As soon as I've heard where everyone's empowerment is, I will then shout 2 gamer tags. I'll say, you're switching to left, and you're grabbing the balls, I'm switching to right, and I'm grabbing the cannons. Now, do not let anyone empowered grab the balls. People always say, it doesn't matter who grabs it. But honestly, guys, take it from me. Don't let the person who are empowered grab the cannons. It just makes things a hell of a lot more difficult. So then you've got your 3 empowerments in position after you've all swapped. They can happily stay left, right, middle, and get ready to throw the balls when they happen. So then the guys with the cannons, it's literally their job to run backwards and forwards, round in circles, killing all of the servitors, just like the old raid. Then when the 7th ball is ready, because there will be 9 servitors in total, but you only need 7 balls, make sure someone calls out, I'm throwing the last ball, so then the empowerments can get ready. You throw the 7th ball, he teleports, you slam him, DPS, he does that 2 more times, and then he goes to the middle. Now, what we do, this is how we get max DPS. On the first time, we'll have everyone using a sniper, so someone will slam him, everyone will snipe him, constantly be sniping. If you've got 3 tethers, then use a tether every time. Honestly, don't hold back on them tethers. But what we tend to do, we have 3 hunters. That's normally our rating, 3 hunters. We actually saved them 3, and I'll tell you why right now. So we just use snipers and nothing, no tethers, no bubbles, just raw damage on the first one. Then get the empowerments ready in positions as normal. Slam the second time, you shoot 1 tether at him, and then again snipers, but this time introduce the cannons, get the cannons going. So then it's snipers and cannons and so on. Then the third time you slam it, you pop a weapons of light at his feet, you tether once, you then get as many void swords as you can. You can use other swords, but the void sword works the best, and use your R2 attack. So you do the spin attack. Reminds me of Legend of Zelda, that every single time I use the spin attack. But anyway, back onto the subject. So you do the first tether, do lots of like the spin attacks, you count to 10 seconds, second person tether, keep them spin attacks going. If you run out the spin, don't go into your menu and pop a heavy sim, don't waste them extra 2 seconds or 3 seconds. Jump out the bubble, pull out your sniper, and just get that little bit of extra DPS on him. The new raid sniper takes 30k crit per shot, so if you've got that, jump out. I just use Shade Step to get out because it's a lot easier, but just jump out, DPS, and then by time then, if you've done all that perfectly, you should have at least 1/3 of his health down. Every single time we get at least 1/3, but if you've got a quarter, that is okay. You then turn around and go on the platforms from left to right is what we do it. I don't know how you guys do it, but what we do is we go from left to right, and then it is rinse and repeat. So again, not much has really changed. Actually, a lot has changed, but nothing too difficult. If you've got phase 1 down, like every single time, and you can do that final part with the nice servitors of running around, then it's going to be easy. It's just every single time now, it requires 7 balls. I've given you all the tips that I can for this boss fight. So if you need to re-listen to what I've said, go back, rewind the video a little bit, listen to what I said, try and reenact. If you do need help, comment down below, and I'll try and give you as much help as possible where you're stuck. If you really need to, if it really comes to this, I will physically, if you're on PS4, jump into a game or record extra little in-detail video clips if you guys really want to see each boss fight specifically. But honestly, I've given all the tips that we use, and it gets us through the raid every single time, so there's literally nothing else I can give you. It's all down to you guys now to go and do this, and just don't worry, don't stress out, don't rush it. Take your time, because if you rush, you're going to keep wiping. The more you wipe, the more time you consume. Trust me, I know how time consuming feels, and it is absolutely horrible. People then leave, and then the raid's just over. So just take your time. Make sure just to be using DPS to your advantage. Honestly, it's going to help you in the long run. And throughout the raid, it's just more enemies and more damage. And honestly, not really that much different. It's just the same as the normal raid. So again, do not worry. And that wraps up the tutorial. Hopefully this is going to help a lot of you do the hard raid, because I know, like I said at the start, a lot of people, including my friends, do have a lot of like struggles with this raid. I don't understand why, because honestly, it is easy. You guys just need to know the tips, the tricks, and how to communicate. Just make sure you've got a raid team that can communicate really well. Watch this video back a few times, each specific boss fight. If you really want me to, I can go into more detail of each boss fight in separate videos. If you do want me to do that, let me know in the comment section, and I will do that as another video tomorrow, or as another few sets of videos. I'll have every single one of them up tomorrow. Don't you guys worry. If it has helped you out anyway, then a like on the video would be much appreciated. I'm not normally a Destiny YouTuber, but hey, give me a reason to do Destiny videos. If I get a lot of support, and a lot of people saying, do you know what, you do Destiny videos good, then hey, I will be doing Destiny videos as well as Call of Duty. I do love Call of Duty Zombies, and that's kind of what I normally want to do. But I do want to do Destiny videos as well. I just need an excuse to do it. So guys, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know that you're new to the channel. If you are new, go to the comment section below, say, hey, I'm new, you do good content, and then welcome to the family. If you are new, if you subscribe, welcome to the family. I do normally do zombies videos, but more into that in the future. Do give me an excuse to do Destiny videos, give me an excuse to do Destiny streams, like I said, like I keep saying, because I really do need that. Leave a like on the video, subscribe if you are new around here, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day, and happy raiding, guys. I'll see you soon.